All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Oblivion. I don't really have like a set goal for today, but God knows that the way that I play Oblivion, I'm gonna open up the game and I'm gonna immediately find like 5 different things that I want to do. And that will lead me in many directions. If nothing else, there were a ton of Oblivion gates open, like a shit ton. So I could maybe just start there. I don't know. I don't know. We will see. Let me just get started. I only just had an idea. Hold on. Wait a minute. It'll show up any second. Oh no, this game I have to use display capture. That's right. Never mind. Never mind. This is just what I gotta do. Ignore my little my little NVIDIA overlay thing. It's fine. He's so tiny, you wouldn't have even noticed him if I didn't say it. Wouldn't have even noticed. I'm a Shadowplay user. Oh, I'm in an Oblivion gate. Yeah, that tracks. that kind of makes sense. Okay. I could show you, baby. Goo goo gaga.
Get the fuck out of my call right now.
57,000 gold. Seems normal. Alright, that's fine. I didn't want to know if we'd cleared the whole place or not anyway. I didn't. Forget how good the lighting can be in this game. He's still broke. He's broke sauce. Ow. Son of a bitch. Oh. Everybody point and laugh. My apparel is broken. I just got here. What do you mean? I just got here. And I'm hearing other things. Oh, I'm not going to be able to repair because combat. All right. Another day drop. Beautiful. Come on, get my blades up. I need that bleed perk so bad. I really do. Just got to get to 75 in my blade. Oh, shit. That's maybe a problem. How many enemies are in here that I'm gonna have to fight before I can repair my armor that is broken? My heavy armor just hit 74. That's about to get a new perk, and that will probably be really helpful. Armor perks go a long way. God, I could really use a new blade though. Especially because this one's unenchanted, and I'm just waiting for a nice Daedric blade to arrive anytime now. Seems to have fixed a few bugs. Yeah. I doubt the consoles are gonna get much in terms of like performance improvements, because all of the performance issues that were there on consoles with Oblivion. Oh, Blade 69. Nice. Were really just the game being bound by the hardware. There didn't seem to actually be too much wrong with the game, like, on the back end, on the console ports. Unlike PC. Son of a bitch. These killer plants, man. Oh, hello. 73 gold and 2 soul gems? Lesser, but 2 soul gems. A real mage conjures his own blades. Oh, I looped. It's not a terrible idea. Maybe I should do Mage's Guild stuff. Because you say that? Oh, but if I want to do faction quests, I've been wanting to go back to the arena. I just wanted to get that Grey Prince side quest done, but I did that now. We'll see. I'm all about this Oblivion Gate action right now. and this one enemy that's keeping me in combat, even though I can't fucking find them. For the life of me. Oh, okay. There you are. Get a little bit of block experience in there. Just a little bit. All right, now I can repair my gear. Jesus. It's not what I wanted. Of course, it's my helmet. The one armor piece I have that's not Daedric. That just breaks constantly. I would complain about my repair hammers breaking easily there and losing a few. But I basically have unlimited money at this point. Money is no longer an issue. For 49 achievements from finishing MCC? The fuck do you mean? What? Are you crazy? Armorer 72. The fuck do you mean 49 achievements away from finishing MCC? Are you insane? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind one bit, actually. It's almost all multiplayer. How many lassos have you done? How many of those have you gotten off the list? Because those are not fun. Oh, you can't zoom out these maps. That's the next patch, for the record. Virtuos, let me zoom out the local maps a little bit, especially if it's an Oblivion Gate local map. Sorry, hiccup. I'll admit it, you cheated the... You cheated last time. For shame. For shame. Everything not lasso I've done legit though. I'd forgotten about an entire faction quest. Which one? I legitimately, because most of the achievements in the remaster are just for doing the faction quests, I only have like, I think 6 achievements in Oblivion Remastered after all this playtime. And I think there are, what, 60 of them? And I have like 6. D&D just in case. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thieves, you forgot the Thieves Guild? You forgot about our boy Gray Fox? My speed is being drained. Holy shit. It popped up so many times. Yeah, we're like low on speed. We are in the red. Not even just compared to what I typically have right now, but just compared to default. My default speed was 30, like at level 1. I'm at 29. When Skyrim had a trophy for chopping wood. The influence that Minecraft has had on this industry is unavoidable. Probably should have just reset my stamina, to be honest.
Just turn around and there's this big figure just pounding me.
Some of the things that this woman says. I don't know if she knows what she's saying half the time. Because sometimes it's 100% intentional. Other times I can't tell. Ooh, repair hammer. No mining in this game. No tree chopping. Athletics 56. That one skill that's just going to very slowly, gradually level as we do literally anything else. That's a claymore, isn't it? And he broke my armor, son of a bitch. It's my helmet. He broke my helmet, so it's not the biggest deal, but you're a bitch. Come on, give me the money. Oh, there's two of you. Yep, we're definitely in that level 30 range of Oblivion. More armor just broke? What? What else? Hold on. Claymore. Oh no, I'm over encumbered. It's happening. Those claymores were too much. Oops, it's on 7. Ah. How much? I should go back now. All right. Even with the spell, I'm like right about there after those claymores. Nice claymores. I'll take them. Isn't 30 the cap? No, Oblivion doesn't actually have a hard level cap. It's just effectively capped because of what's it? Obviously, once you get everything to 100, you can't keep leveling. But there is no hard level cap in Oblivion. There is like a soft cap. Not just with that, but the world scaling, I can't remember. The levels will always scale with you. So that isn't capped, but the loot scaling, I think, reaches its maximum at like level 21. If I'm not mistaken. I think it's 21 for like when the loot no longer gets any better. Everything is in the pool. Oh, 35 is max for loot scaling? Is it really? Is it enemies that I'm thinking of with 21? Like new enemy types and stuff spawning? Because I swear there was one of them at 21. Maybe I'm just getting it confused with another Elder Scrolls, which is also possible. Enemy types is 21. Okay, that's probably what I was thinking of. Loot scaling is still scaling for me then. Oh, Fallout 3 had a level 30 cap. I was like, I know that some Bethesda games do have hard level caps, and they vary. What was I power leveling last? Mysticism. That's why I have the Detect Life equipped. Got it. On my 8 key. I'm at 83 on the Mysticism, so we're cooking. Well, since I'm still not at max loot scaling, let me pump out a bunch of this shit while I'm on my way. Come on. Why does it look like... Is that bugged? I swear it looked different the other day.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
Yeah, I remember Skyrim having a level cap. $20 before DLCs, I think. Fallout 3. Was it 20? Maybe I don't remember Fallout 3 as well as I think I do. I mean, it has been a while. There we go. Mysticism 84. These levels are probably going to slow down a bit. 20 in vanilla Fallout 3. It's way lower than I remember it being. Thank you. All right. Go make money. Get bitches. Dillem Wafoe way.
A pleasure to speak with you.
And to you.
Can I interest you in some of my ware?
For you,
I was gonna say he's probably already at
Can I
100,
interest
but
you in some of my fine wares?
you might. All right, Bow of Blizzards I want to keep. Oh, I get their Dremora. Okay.
You drive a hard.
I don't know if the
That's a good
Dremora
deal.
weapons will be worth picking up. I kind of like in my brain thought that they were valued
You drive
equally.
a hard bargain.
Equally to Daedric. There we go. Took a second. But I forget that they are basically
You too.
like a scaled down version of Daedric, just so that they can appear earlier in the game without totally breaking the balance. I just replayed it earlier this year. That 20 comes so fast. Really. Yeah, I haven't replayed Fallout 3 in a minute. False and I were thinking of doing like a co-op run of it, using that fan mod that combines Fallout 3 and New Vegas into one game and makes it like an online experience, like you play it on a server with other people. But we never did it. We never actually set it up or anything. But to be fair, that's because we're playing too much other shit. We got too much shit we're playing. I'm good on the potions for now. Well, no, I'm here. Fuck it. It's brewing time. I was like, I don't need to make potions right now. Here we go. It's brewing time. We're doing it live. Oops. My alchemy isn't maxed out yet, so if nothing else, that's a good reason to just stick with it. Even if I don't need the money right now, it's a good enough reason. My alchemy is at like 80-ish though. So we're up there. There we go. There's another level. Keep her going. Hello, Hazriel. There we go. Me and my 100 plus flax seeds that I'm obviously going to use every single one of. They're great. Oops. Well. Shit. Oops, shit. Give me those back. Okay. Did you hear that Capcom did a closed door event for RE9? Yeah. We knew about the closed door thing, like... They did the closed door thing the day after the trailer was revealed. And we didn't know about it from Capcom officially talking about it until, like, yesterday, I think they were, like, tweeting about it. But some of the creators and stuff who were there, some of the journalists as well, were tweeting about it before then. So we knew. We definitely knew. And before anyone says it, as of right now, because I know it's coming, it's an immediate follow-up. I see it from a mile away. There it is. As of right now, the first and third person thing is totally unconfirmed. We do not know if that is true or not. The source on that is one guy said it who wasn't at the behind closed doors event. And he said that he knows someone who was there, and that's what they told him.
Greetings.
That is currently the source on that. So again, until it's confirmed, I'm not going to assume it's real. It sounds wacky, if true, which doesn't help. It just sounds super unexpected, but until it's confirmed in some fashion,
I have a feeling.
I'm not believing it. Luke Stevens was in the event and he confirmed it. Was he in the event? I didn't see him because they tweeted the video of like all of them watching the demo before they got to play. Like they got shown some extra footage before they got hands on. And I didn't see Luke in there. I saw like a ton of people who I recognized there, but I didn't see Luke.
Certainly.
I just must not have caught him. Or maybe he was in the back where you couldn't see him or something. I don't know.
That's it.
I swear that we have consistently just been getting like the longest ones every time. All right. Classy 68,000 gold.
Friends about me.
I think that
You
you and
too.
I are about to become very close.
As close as you and Felon there? I hope not. What's my alchemy at? 81. What's my mercantile at? 85. What do you get at 100 mercantile? You always buy and sell items at the best price possible. Merchants offer the best items they have. Wonderful. How come whenever I play one, they don't play? It's because it's on a cooldown, so that they can't just be spammed like crazy. Man, if I did want to go back to the arena, the problem is just that there's so much along the way that I would want to do. Like, all of these Oblivion gates and stuff are going to be so distracting for me. I can force myself to walk by them, but it's going to be painful if I do. Quests are not handled. Yeah, I want to do faction quests though. Either Mages Guild or Arena are like top of my list right now. Mages Guild because I want more spells, and Arena just because it's great. It's a fun quest line, no other reason. Mysticism 85. Or like 0.1% of the game. That's not true. Oblivion's not that big. Like world-wise. The first and third person thing is kind of crazy, though. It's so weird. Because I wonder if one is going to be, like, clearly better than the other. You know what I mean? I feel like that tends to happen with games like that. Granted, I say that while playing this game. And, what's it? There's still debate on this between people who play in first or third person. But I'm solidly first person on this. In RE9, I'm trying to think. A new RE game that just gives me the option to play either way. I don't know what I would play with. Both? Both is good. Both is good. Oh. I didn't think about that until you said it. If it'll be like Village. I really hope not. In that case, I hadn't thought of that prior. Yeah, so Village, for people who might not know, because it came so much later and it was part of the DLC, Village did get a third-person mode that you could play through, like, the main game with. Like, you could play through Ethan's campaign with the third person. And yeah, it's not very good third person. It feels kind of ass. Like, that's a case where there is an optional third person in Village if you own the DLC. But the third person just feels very noticeably worse, in my opinion, than the first person. So it very well might be a situation of one just feels significantly better than the other. It might just be that, now that you bring that up. I'm sorry, what is this layout? Like, I swear I've been up there. I don't know why it's all shrouded in fog, because I know I've been up there. Like, literally 20 minutes ago, I was over there and had all that mapped out. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I hope it's not like Villages, but now that you bring that up, it makes me think that it probably will be. Because it's RE9, like it is RE9. It is the same team and director as 7 and Village, right? Which is something, it's a big factor to keep in mind, is that it's the same team and leadership structure of those games. So very likely, they're just gonna pull over the first and third person implementations that they already have, that they've used for the last couple games. Because why make them from scratch or spend all this time overhauling them? Maybe they will with the third person, but like in that case, the first person will probably still feel just like it did the last couple times, which, for the record, is like damn near perfect. Those games are buttery, perfectly smooth in first person. They're so good. The first person controls in 7 and Village are just immaculate. The third person in Village, not so much. Kind of weird. But yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, is just having them both and not prioritizing one or the other, especially in horror, is gonna be tricky, in my opinion. It's gonna be really hard for them to do, because like with horror media and games especially, the perspective with which you display everything is so key to how everything will end up feeling, like how it'll all land, if that makes sense.
My controller's vibrate. God damn.
So even if the third person controls and the first person controls are like good and they like feel good to use, right? Then the next issue is like, how do you effectively design the environments and enemies and atmosphere and everything like that in a way where it will feel equally effective in both perspectives? That's going to be the challenge on their part, more than anything. Guess we'll see how it goes. Not today. Not today. This Oblivion gate is wild, by the way. Like these little caves, these little mini dungeons. And then after each one, I'm like slightly higher up the cliff. And I go along a short path into another mini dungeon. There goes my speed again. That's fine. 7 in Village felt really good. Hell, 7 basically saved the... 7 just straight up did save the franchise. Like, seriously, I feel like for people who weren't around after, like, ORC 6 and, what was the other one? Umbrella Corps all came out, like, back to back to back. Bro, it was such a low point. Like, it's hard to describe how low that point was pre-RE7. Days and weeks of constant use make wearing heavy armor tolerable, but not comfortable. You have learned to adapt to its weight and use it in combat. As an expert of heavy armor, your plate mail no longer encumbers you as much. So it's lighter to wear? I mean, I would have preferred a combat perk, but like, I can live with that for sure. Resi was lost and it genuinely had like become irrelevant at that point, pretty much. Like post ORC, RE6, etc. Like people just genuinely did not even care what was going on with Resi. People totally tuned out. And even 7 had a hard time when it came out, like for the first little bit. Among fans. On YouTube and stuff, it did great because horror YouTubers picked it up immediately. But like among the fandom, 7 struggled for genuinely like 3 years before it was super popular sentiment that 7 was a great game. Because 7 among Resi fans, like a lot of Resi fans didn't even bother picking it up. They had already just been like, nope, franchise is dead, it's over after that little stretch of time. And then, you know, you see 7 go like full first-person horror chainsaw massacre with an opening hour that's like a linear series of scares, and they just didn't even buy the game. Like, it genuinely took years for the Resi fandom to even get on board with 7 after it came out, because the franchise was at such a low point prior to that. It really, like, 7 only became as well liked as it is right now after the RE2 remake came out. It took the RE2 remake to get a lot of the prior fandom to actually go back and give 7 a chance. Because RE2 remake ended up being really good. But seriously, like the damage that ORC, RE6, and Umbrella Corps did to the franchise was insane. Yeah, 7's demo. I forgot about the demo as well. 7's demo was like also just a first person, like pretty linear, like puzzle sequence that felt almost like PT. Like you just went around this house, this spooky house, solving puzzles with occasional like jump scares and stuff. And that also among the fandom was like, yep, I see where this game is going, if this is the demo that's supposed to sell us the game. And honestly, looking back from that perspective, 7's demo absolutely should have been handled in a very different way. Because, yeah, that's not the impression that you should have been trying to give, right? Because the thing is, 7's demo was not representative of the final product, like, at all. Neither was the opening hour of the game, but that's a whole other can of worms to get into. And Village is the same way. The first hour of Village is also a bit of a mess, if you ask me. There was something 7 in VR. No, the 7 VR thing was just after the game came out. They made it playable on PSVR. Like maybe a couple of years after. But that was all the VR thing was. Still astonishing to see the Capcom turnaround. Yeah, because it wasn't just Resi at that point either. Like, it was genuinely all of the big Capcom franchises were in that sort of spot for a while. There were definitely the Capcom Dark Ages, as a lot of people call it. And the timeline on the Dark Ages of Capcom varies a bit. But I've always said that it was at its lowest point. Like, the decline definitely started a little bit prior, but it really got to its low point like 2012 to 2017 was when, man, nothing from Capcom was exciting to anyone because Capcom had just sunk so low. Like, genuinely, there was no interest in anything they were doing. It was ridiculous. Because, like, there was the stuff with Resi, there was Street Fighter V, Monster Hunter was in a big lull. What else was happening around that time? They just weren't making Mega Man games, but, like, that still hasn't changed. But they weren't. What else is Capcom? Because it genuinely, it was like all of their major franchises at that exact point were seeing a similar decline in quality and interest across the board. Oh yeah, DMC happened. There was the DMC reboot, and then after that, we just didn't get anything DMC for years. How long did it take? Like 8 years before we got DMC 5 after that? They had become shitcom. It's crapcom, actually. They called it crapcom. I say they, as if I wasn't there, also calling them crapcom. But yeah, crapcom was actually the common nickname at that time, too. Everyone was calling them crapcom. Dead Rising 3 wasn't as bad. Definitely, like, it was less well received than the first few, but it wasn't to the extent that other franchises were seeing for this stuff. Still slow, still fat. That one's just Dremora, though. Was the other sword Dremora? No, it was Daedric. Time to go. You should see Dead Rising 4. I still have not played Dead Rising 4, or really even seen that much of it. And Dead Rising 4 is weird because Dead Rising 4, I think, happened after the Dark Ages ended, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Dead Rising 4 like 2018? Dead Rising 3 was an okay game that people did play, I suppose. Look, lifelong Capcom fan, very long time Dead Rising fan. I'll keep it a buck, chat, okay? Dead Rising 3 is no worse than Dead Rising 1 or 2. Dead Rising has always just been kind of okay. Jesus Christ, why am I like launching off of stuff? I played all of them prior to 4. 4 is the only one that I haven't played. I like Dead Rising, but I'm not gonna act like Dead Rising was always amazing, because it wasn't. They were always super janky games, super wonky gameplay. Weird ass stories that half the time didn't make much sense. Was 2016? Never mind, that was Dark Ages. It feels like it was later for some reason. But yeah, Dead Rising 4. There you go. Dead Rising 3, there's like a discussion to be had. 4, I don't think I've ever heard anyone defend Dead Rising 4, legitimately. 3, I would say people are pretty like 50-50 on across the board, but 4 is just like, no, everyone hated that. Trying to remember what else. Like, what other big franchises from Capcom were struggling then? I already hit, like, the biggest ones, but... Similar to Mega Man with a lot of them, too, it was just that they were, like, absent. If they weren't going through, like, weird identity issues or... Oh my god, I don't even know what's mine and what's not. I'll wait. Jesus Christ. Sorry, if they weren't going through like identity issues or just putting out crappy games or whatever it might have been, a lot of them were just absent during that time. Like so many of Capcom's franchises were basically just on ice during that period because they were pouring all of their resources into shit like RE6. That is still one of the craziest things. Chat, never forget that RE6 is one of the most expensive games that Capcom has ever produced. They spent more money on RE6 than almost any title they've ever made to this day. Just never forget that. Alexis, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Because I remember that was another thing too. Pre-release with 7. There was a worry, oh my god, Lost Planet 3. One of the worries pre-RE7 that I spaced until just now when I mentioned that was that we found out that the budget for RE7 was lower than it was for RE6. And that was another worry among like hardcore fans leading up to it. It was like, oh, they've lost faith and they're not putting as many resources towards it. So if that's what they got with what's it? If that's what they got with
Please continue.
this much money in RE6, how is this? I can't with her. I can't talk over this.
Silicovo volcanico conciosis.
Thank you, false. I can't think while that one's going. It like short circuits my brain too.
That's just not
Oh,
reasonable.
son of a bitch. But yeah, it was like if they only got
That
RE6
seems
out of that much budget, and now they've slashed the budget for the next game because of it.
You got a great deal.
How is this new one gonna come out?
That's more. Thank you for your patronage. Goodbye.
Why is this one still in the pool? Because you're the only one that doesn't like it. You feel like the update today helped it with your OBS? No. I have been on this update since last week. I downloaded it through the beta because they made it available, and it hasn't really increased the performance for me at all. It still stutters all over the place, and the FPS is about the same. But I'm not like using aggressive upscaling at all. So with upscalers, you might see more of a difference than before. I'm not sure. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Armorer 74. God damn it.
You have the hands of a healer.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, you can still see the big stutters just while I'm walking around town even. Did they fix the endless crashes? It certainly crashes less for me post-patch. It's not like totally gone, but it's way less than before. I don't even know why I was carrying these. That was dumb of me. I'm not gonna worry about potions right now. Throw all the alchemy stuff in there. I just want to go clear that gate. Close at least one of them down before I go off to do other stuff. Some studios that I hope will get a Capcom style redemption arc. Bungie, Bethesda, 343.
Greetings.
But I have doubts. Bethesda, it's really all riding on Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. Which, just pray, I guess. 343, I would argue, has been on the redemption arc already. Just they didn't get like that immediate one game turnaround. But I think if you compare like Halo Infinite to Halos 4 and 5, 343 is already pretty strongly on their redemption arc. Because the only thing that was wrong with Infinite at launch was it was lacking like game modes and multiplayer maps. But other than that, Infinite came out really well. Like, even most people who hate Halo Infinite are pretty agreed upon that it has some of the best, like, core gameplay and sandbox of the entire franchise. So I think 343 is already moving in a good direction. Especially now that they're ditching Slipspace and going to work with Unreal so that they can more easily acquire, like, talent that can just come onto the team and actually start working without extensive amounts of training beforehand. That's going to help a ton. Like, that's going to be an unbelievable boon for them compared to what Halo Infinite's development was. Mysticism 87. We're close. We're close. To make a kill zone. Sorry, what? In supporting Infinite, though, that was Microsoft's fault. Because 343 added a ton of post-launch content into Halo Infinite, like, actually really quickly. If you go play Infinite right now, it's in a fantastic state. Like, the gameplay is still good. It's always been good. And the sandbox got expanded with new, like, equipment and weapons and stuff. There are so many maps in that game. There are so many game modes in that game. And it's been like that since about a year after the game came out. It didn't take too long for them to turn it around. It's just that by that point, everyone was gone and no one knows that the game turned around like that. In terms of like them pretty much having moved away from supporting it now, that was just Microsoft's call. They basically just told them like, no, the long-term plans for this one have to get cut. And we just have to make a new Halo game. Because the reputation on this game is completely fucked. And yeah, they're right. No one was going to go back to Infinite no matter what they did. That's absolutely true. And I don't just say that like speculation-wise, just we saw it. Like they fixed the game fairly quickly, like the big issue that everyone had. Not that the game was even like broken or anything like that, just they fixed everyone's major issue with it really quickly. And it didn't matter. Like, no one went back. Bloober's already on their redemption with Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 Remake is an interesting one because I want to say that Bloober is on their redemption arc with that one. But the other part of me is saying, I don't know if I can use a game based on like source material from what is widely considered one of the greatest video games ever made to be a true redemption arc for the studio. Just because they basically had the blueprint laid out, if that makes sense. I'm much more interested with Bloober in like where that next original title that they just announced is going. I can't remember the name. I forgot it already. But that's what I'm going to have my eye on for being like, is Bloober turning around? Are they not? Oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Oh no. Uh-oh. Haha! No. No. I'm back. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, wait, is that why? That rock isn't actually part of the cliff. That's why. That's the issue here. That rock is one that like slid down the hillside, and that's why it's extra wonky right there. Oh my God, get me out. I'll walk through the caves. I get it. I get it. I'll go through the caves. I was trying to shortcut it. I was trying to be a gamer. I won't. I learned my lesson. Jesus Christ. Bungie is over? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see a Bungie redemption arc. Cause Bungie currently is under Sony. And my current like hard prediction, like super hard, I would bet money on it prediction, is that Bungie is going to get repurposed after Marathon flops. Because I could sit here and act like it might not flop, but like Bungie is going to get repurposed when that game comes out and fails. Bungie had a chance because some of what they were showing with Marathon did seem genuinely interesting with a little more polish on it. And then they screwed the pooch with the whole stealing art thing. The plagiarism thing. Because that whole debacle was so much worse than even just they stole art for this game, which TLDR, if you don't know, they straight up just, there was this independent artist who had a very similar style to the game. A lot of people noticed it when the game first got revealed, but it was like, whatever. But then during some of the closed testing, people started noticing that pieces from that artist were literally just in the game. Like, straight up, they just took them off of her Twitter and put them in the game. And that completely destroyed community goodwill. Like, there was a community that was willing to give that game a chance and see what it was doing. I was willing to give that game a chance. Now I'm sort of like, I don't know if I want to, I don't even know if I want this product to be good anymore. They literally took every single detail. No, it's pieces. It is legitimately like there were pieces of art on her Twitter that were straight up lifted from her Twitter and could be found like on a wall texture in the game. It is legitimately just, they stole her exact pieces of art and dropped them into the game. Like that is exactly what happened. It's one thing to say that like every part of that game's art style is hers, but she's not the first one to ever use that art style. I can't remember the name for it, but it's a style that's been around since like the late 80s. It's not like she owns the entire art style. That's the best word. I was gonna try to come up with something else. The art style. Just, they were literally stealing her artwork and putting it in the game, and she had no idea. And then, yeah, there was the whole thing with like, they tried to say that it was just a couple of random artists who accidentally ended up putting her art on a, on a mood board, and then someone on the level design team took stuff from the mood board and just literally put it into the game, just straight up. But then the art director for the entire project was following her on Twitter. So it's not like, oh, one artist made a little whoopsie. It's like the guy who was managing the entire art direction of the project knew this person and was interested in her artwork prior to the whole debacle. It was a shit show for them. That's the TLDR on the marathon thing. Now, if you're not familiar with Bungie over the last few years, allow me to tell you that since the release of Destiny 1, and only since the release of Destiny 1, this is the fourth time, this is the fourth incident of Bungie being caught red-handed stealing artwork from random people online. This is not an isolated incident by any means. This is the fourth time this has happened in the last, like, 11 years. This happens specifically with Bungie a lot. Like, a weird amount. And that's why, like, at this point, community sentiment is just dead. Like, people are not even willing to give this game a chance anymore. Even Bungie fans are just like, nah, fuck you guys. At this point, we're so over it. So, Marathon's gonna flop. It's gonna be another title that Sony provided massive amounts of funding for that will flop. Sony, mind you, had an initial investment in Bungie of, what was it, $4 billion? Which is an insane amount. Keep in mind, the whole of Activision and every IP that they own got bought by Microsoft for $40 billion. Bungie, just on their own, got bought for $4 billion. And I wholeheartedly believe, because of their contract with Sony, that Bungie will be shut down and repurposed after this. Because if you're not aware, in their contract, which is public, we saw it back when this purchase was made initially. In their contract with Sony, it's in there that if Bungie underperforms over the course of like a few years, like if they subsequently underperform over and over again and don't hit their sales targets, then Sony reserved the right in the contract to dismantle the studio and repurpose the employees and put them to other parts of Sony's larger efforts as they please to. It is in their project, in their contract with Bungie, that they can do that. And Bungie took that deal because $4 billion, right? I mean, come on. CEO of Bungie took that deal, took his cut, left. As he should have. I can't lie, that is probably exactly what I would have done. Ah, there's a crash. Yep, there she goes. It was only a matter of time. But yeah, I don't think we will have a Bungie after Marathon, genuinely. And that sucks, because I've been a Halo fan like my whole life. But genuinely, I don't think there will be a Bungie after Marathon. I think they're getting shut down after this one. Did you tell them you found the fix or reason? I didn't. So get this, chat. Get this. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of the Intel processor degradation. The 13th and 14th gen degradation. My processor's fucked. I solidly found out the other night. Like, I ran a couple of test applications on it to check it and everything. And yeah, my processor's fucked. That thing melted itself. Even after all the BIOS updates and like new microcodes that Intel put out, my processor has still melted itself. Yeah, it's yeah. So I'm waiting for a response from Intel because I did get a 5-year warranty on the processor. And they were offering free replacements for those who are having the degradation issue with the 13th and 14th gens. So I'm waiting to hear back on getting my replacement processor from them. Was it bottlenecked? No, my processor outspecs my GPU. But only by like 2%. They're basically equal, but no. The issue with the 13th and 14th gen processors is that they genuinely just kill themselves, which is what mine did. This is a known issue. Intel themselves have straight up like admitted that if you are having a bunch of random instability and stuff on your PC and you're running one of these processors, that it is almost definitely their fault because of manufacturing issues and such. And they have some tests out there that you can run if you're experiencing instability and you have one of those processors, and I ran them, and yeah, my CPU has killed itself. Yes, it is. It's not good. So, I'm waiting to hear back. I put through my ticket for the warranty replacement last night. I did not hear back this morning yet, but I'm waiting. And if not, I'll buy an AMD. Oh. Get that new thread ripper? No. I was gonna get like the, what's it? If I do end up going with them, like if they don't replace my processor, which that's the only reason I will switch over. If they replace it on the warranty, then like sweet.
Fine.
But, because I've said it before with this thing, the reason that I have this processor over like getting an AMD isn't just because I prefer Intel to that degree.
That's a good...
It's because Intel is offering significantly higher performance for a work PC right now.
You too.
Than AMD is. So like, for what I do every single day, Intel will just offer the better product, assuming it's not melting itself. But if it's melting itself, I would rather not need to replace my CPU every couple years when I'm buying like $500 processors. So I would go with AMD in that case. Can you check your character sheet and tell you how many times I've committed a crime? Find it hard to believe you're on a clean run because I have committed so many and I swear I didn't. Where is that? Bounty 0, Shivering Isles Bounty 0, Infamy 0, Days Jailed is 0, 0. I've committed 2 assaults, I guess. I don't know when those happened. But yeah, there's the crime. There's my crime. I don't remember assaulting anyone, but it's a pretty clean run. Get a 5060? I think my card outspecs the 5060, my GPU. Not that I'm talking about GPUs anyway. But I'm pretty sure that my GPU outspecs the 5060. I gotta sleep for my level. Alright. My luck, my personality, and my speed.
Bro, I'm stuck to the gamer chair.
I would rather just go 5 into personality, yeah. Speed is a quality of life thing. You have a 4080, right? Yeah, it's a 4080. Does your GPU have better frame gen? I would rather go back to the 1080 Ti than use frame gen.
Tidings, citizen.
Tidings! This is my house. What do you mean? What was the... I genuinely last night also did look into an AMD processor. Oh yeah, if they don't replace it, I'm gonna be picking up a Ryzen 9 9950 X3D. Probably. Not 100%, but that's what I was looking at last night. It's in my Amazon cart. I haven't checked out the cart, but it's in my Amazon cart. It's been the same set of actions every time I tune in. You know what? I'm going to the arena then. Fuck you. I'm going to the arena. I'm changing things. Hold on. Me and my 88 mysticism. But no, processor. Even with all the bullshit NVIDIA's been pulling lately, they're still not pushing me towards AMD. Mostly because, again, performance. I need the horsepower. AMD definitely has less headaches, but the horsepower is more valuable to me than the convenience. 57. Athletics 57. Still very, very hard to beat NVIDIA for performance. It is. Like, even the 50 series, with all the bullshit upscaling that they're doing with that, even without the upscaling, a lot of the 50 series cards are still outspeccing AMD's highest end cards. Like, even you turn off all the upscalers on both, the 50 series is still coming out on top most of the time. Because NVIDIA, that's what they do. They make the big juicer cards. Like, that's kind of their thing. And those cards aren't for everyone. That's fine. Like, clearly it's their business model and it works well for them. Mysticism 89. And it works well for them because you get people like me who are like, I rely on my PC for work. I need it to be fast, powerful. So I just need whatever the fuck you can give me. What's the biggest, juiciest shit you got? Give me that. Some Chinese GPU will be released soon that will offer better performance at a fifth of the cost. Man, I fucking hope so. That would be great. I would absolutely, well, assuming like drivers are stable and everything, I would absolutely jump over if something like that happened. Because I really, like, whatever is just gonna be the best for working on, like, that's what I want. That is exactly what I need. So if that could ever happen, if that were to happen, I would do it. I would get that.
It's you, the hero of the
I was about to complain and be like, damn you, False. I'm taking away from my power leveling, but I forget there's an auto walk button. I don't trust Chinese product durability. That's what I was about to say. I was actually gonna make a joke about that almost immediately. Because like, it's one thing with their new AI models that are coming out that are just like insane compared to the rest of the world. Like when it's software, you don't have that issue. But when it's something physical that like actually needs to be built to last, China is kind of notoriously bad for that. I mean, look at their Air Force. I mean, what? I was gonna say, I see something coming for me on the compass. Lion pelt, yoink. Come on, auto walk. There we go. I really don't use the auto walk in this game enough, to be honest. This is nice. Yeah, the long-term viability would be a question for sure. But in my position where I'm probably needing to upgrade more than like every 5 years, let's say. Let's say their cards are great, super fast, super cheap, but they only last like 1 to 2 years before they kind of start shitting out. If it's a fifth of the price of the Nvidia with better performance, I could replace my GPU once a year and pay the same price for better performance over the course of like a 5-year period. Absolutely. Right? I could. Especially like the GPU is one of the easiest things in the PC to just take out and put in a new one. You literally like you hook it in, you click it into that slot, and like it's good. It works. That's one of the easy ones. Like replacing a processor, kind of a pain in the ass. Granted, nothing with PC is that bad to replace other than, I guess, like a motherboard. That's a pain in the ass to replace. Maybe a power supply, just because of all the cables, all the cable work you gotta do. But like, if you gotta replace your memory, easy. Gotta replace the GPU, easy. The processor's kind of a pain. Not that bad, though. I get scared putting Intel processors into a computer, though. Because they're so much more fragile. They scare me. They freak me out. The equivalent of like a $400 5090, and it lasts long enough to be useful and supported. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it was a $400 card with power equivalent to a 5090, but it only lasts like 1 to 2 years. I mean, yeah, that's terrible lifespan, but if you're getting a 5090 for $400, I mean, shit, right? The CPU installation, not because of the pins, but because of the spring. Yes, it's both. It's the combination of the pins and the spring lock thing, right? It's both of them together. Like, the pins are so fragile. And then you have this, like, this loaded locking mechanism that you have to pull down on top of it. And if you pull it down and the CPU isn't aligned properly, the pins break like that. Like they go. So easily they break. The processor is one of the scariest things to install. I agree. And then like you got the thermal paste. Oh my God, that bear. Like you gotta worry if the thermal paste is gonna be like too much, too little. You got to be really careful not to let it get on anything outside of the processor, which is not that bad, but like everything about installing the processor is so delicate. And if you mess it up, you fuck it, right? Like if you mess up with the pins or the lock, like you fucked your processor. If you mess up with the thermal paste, you potentially fuck your motherboard. The processor is definitely one of the scariest things to put in. Absolutely. I'm close enough to town that I can take a free 600 gold. Why not? Thermal paste problems have kind of been dealt with for now. Worst part being the mess. I mean, yeah, but there's still, like, I've never had an issue with putting thermal paste on, personally, but it still, like, is a stressful part because of, like, the thing where if I fuck up and the thermal paste, like, gets onto the motherboard, I potentially brick the motherboard. I've never had an issue where I have gotten thermal paste on the motherboard, but it still scares me every time. I get little shaky hands when I'm spreading the thermal paste around because I'm like, oh. Ever change your thermal paste on a GPU? That's a horror story? No. Cooling loop would be scary if you decide to do that. I do have a cooling loop. I do have a cooling loop. I did that when I built this PC. That was a big stutter. I thought my game had crashed. It was so big. But my buddy helped me with the cooling loop. My buddy who's way more experienced with building PCs than I am. I've only built 2. He helped me out with it. I'm just never gonna do a custom loop for a computer. Actually scares the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me. That was the scariest part of building this computer. Is it like a P and X or what? I have always done the P. A lot of people say different things. I've always gone with the little dollop. And I say little because like I really do. I put a little bit on because I would rather put too little on and apply a little bit more after I realized that it wasn't enough than just put on way too much and have to get it off of there. That's way preferable to me. To just be able to put a little bit more on as opposed to needing to take some off because I overdid it. So I always start with like a little dollop in the middle and then I'll start spreading it around and I'll see if it's too much or too little once it's spread, you know? Like you can tell. Even just if you look at a picture of a processor with thermal paste on it, like you can then look at yours and be like, okay, did I put too much on or too little? Yeah, I put a little dollop on the center and then spread from there. But a lot of people do say like put a little X across it and then spread that X around. I've never tried it. I'm sure it works. I'm sure there are a million different ways you could do it, to be honest. I've always just gone with the little dollop in the middle and see how it goes from there. I might as well take his boots as well. Blade 72, I'm getting there. Trying to power level it. Oh, I'm gonna have to install a new processor either way. Like, regardless of whether Intel replaces my processor or not for free, I'm gonna have to replace it either way. Just, I don't want to do that. I will do it, but I don't want to do it. Four dots on the edges. Material matters more. Yeah, I just put it in the middle and go from there. You would love how much the GPU board bends until the cooler pops off. Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. That sounds terrifying. Bro, especially with my, like, if you get a fucking juicer NVIDIA GPU like I did, and you're trying to open up that board and it's bending, and it's just like, if I bend this too far and break it, there goes like $1,500. No, absolutely not. I think mine was 1,200, not 1,500. But still, you get my point. That's not covered by the warranty either. Even if you do have one, I think snapping the board would not exactly be covered. I need to hit the shrine. My speed got drained so much by all those spider Daedra. There we go.
Creatures.
That feels better. Just immediately I feel it.
I hoped.
I was at like 27 speed. Much better. But no, building PCs is really not that bad. It's so much, like, it seems so much scarier than it is until you just do it. And once you've done it, like, you've done it, right? And then it's not as scary anymore. And even the things that are kind of scary are just way less scary from that point on. Right? Because, like, do I still get a little nervous about pulling down the lock mechanism for the CPU? Yeah. But, like, am I shitting bricks like I was the first time? No. It's a little scary, but it's nowhere near as scary as it was the first time. I feel like if you're getting into PCs, well, if you can afford to just pay someone to do it, like pay someone a few extra $100 just to build it for you and not really care about that money, then, like, go for it. But for most people, just bite the bullet, watch a bunch of YouTube and figure out how to do it, and then you know how it works. Like, you know how to do it from that point on. And then if you ever get a weird component that you don't know what to do with it, you just YouTube that specific component, and then you know. Like, literally, anything that you find, you will find a YouTube tutorial for how to install it, right? You will. Better than a pre-built. To be fair, most people know way better than to get a pre-built nowadays. Like, most people who do get a pre-built nowadays aren't getting like an actual pre-built, and they're getting a PC where they are choosing all of the individual components and just paying for a build service.
I hope I can help.
Most people. Some people still don't know any better, but
Let's do business.
most people aren't getting like an actual pre-built nowadays. Could I get 60? Could I get 65? I'm just gonna push it and see what she says.
That's just not reasonable.
63.
That's more than I would usually pay.
64.
You need to make a better offer.
63 it is. Got it. Okay.
That's
Oh my god, chat, I'm gonna hit 100,000.
a fine. That's
There she is.
Drive a hard bargain.
101,000
I appreciate
gold.
Your business. Be seeing you.
96 mercantile as well. The mercantile is flying today just because I'm selling a shit ton of Daedric gear. That's why we go to the Oblivion gates for a while, you know? We farm some real valuable loot and we profit massively, XP wise and money wise. Long days and nights at the forge make you strong and tough. You are now an expert armorer. You can now repair items beyond their maximum durability. Improved weapons deal extra damage, and improved armors provide extra protection. And they told me not to level armorer. Imagine. They told me not to level armorer. Just pay for it. Just pay for it. No. I smith my own gear. Extra protection, you're goddamn right. Fuck. Armorer is a top skill. I agree. I was passionately defending it from day one of these streams. I was. If you were here, you know I was.
Let's do business.
It is legitimately a top tier skill.
Thank you for your business. You too.
Check that out. All the durability up to 125. The Music Mannequin, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Extra damage good. Extra damage good. There has to be a search bar mod. I think you should use the original Ishin logo. That is the original Ishin logo, just with English text. Because I shit you not, they never once in any media kits or anything that are out there to this day provided the original Ishin logo. Like, in a usable, transparent state. I tried. I looked like through their official press kits and stuff for the game, and they just don't have one. They have plenty for the remake logo. But as far as the original, nothing. Nothing. I also leaked the Ishin video. I didn't catch it until like maybe 10 a.m. this morning. But is it too it's way too complicated. I tried to manually cut one and it looked awful. I couldn't do it without like either leaving a weird little barrier on it or cutting like into the logo too much to where it wasn't right. You did what? So here's the thing, right? When I upload these videos in early access, I have to upload 2 separate early access versions. One for Patreon and one for members. And you'd be like, or your initial thought is probably, no, you don't. Why would you do that? That's silly. I do.
For your life.
I do. Neither.
We can play it that way if
because the one for YouTube members is the public video, but it gets scheduled as members only for a time, and then it goes public at the set time. And that's the one that, like, built into YouTube, you have to have the right tier of membership to be able to watch it, right? Then there's the one for patrons, which with that one, it's just an unlisted video. So I have to upload like a separate one for the patrons and give them the link to the unlisted video. And normally I do the Patreon version first and then the public version. But yesterday I did it in reverse and I did the members/public version first and then the patron one. And so what I did when I did the patron one, the unlisted one, was I took all of the metadata and stuff like thumbnail, title, whatever, from the normal one for members and public. And I used like the built-in YouTube thing to copy all of that over to the patron one. Saved me like 5 minutes doing it, right? All that metadata, when you do it through YouTube, includes the playlist that the video is on. So on the retrospectives playlist for about 10 hours, maybe, give or take. A little more than 10 hours, maybe more like 12 hours. There was an unlisted early access Ishin video that you need the link to watch, but the link is just there in the playlist, the way that YouTube works. So anyone who was watching the series and going to the playlist was actually able to access the video for about 12 hours before I noticed it. It's gone now. Surely someone already went and looked, but it's gone now. I took it off, obviously, when I noticed it. What the fuck is that shadow? But yeah, that was a funny little slit because I was like, man, the Patreon version is getting like way more viewership than they typically do during the early access period. That's weird. And then the number got high enough that I was like, wait a minute, something's not right. Unless they're just like spamming the video and like watching 2 minutes at a time, something's not right. So, like 30 people or so have seen the Ishin video without being a patron or member. Give or take. I don't know how many. I'm assuming about 30 of those views were from the playlist. Price is Right, sad horn sound. Yeah, I leaked the Ishin video by accident. Whoops. 30 sneaky people got a freebie. Yeah, that's my bad. And bro, they were watching too, because the average view duration on the early access versions are both at like 35 minutes, and it's a 45-minute video. So the people who did watch it watched like almost the whole thing. So, whoopsie. At least I caught it fairly early, all things considered. But yeah, I won't make that mistake again. My luck is being drained, you bitch. I was just at a shrine. Ugh. At least it's luck. It's not a very important stat. I still have to wait, and I'm excited to see it. Yeah, we do a little leaking the video by accident. Oh my god, bro, what is happening out here? What the fuck are you? Landro. I forgot these things existed. Chat, are we sure that the enemy types stop getting added at 21? That's the first appearance of those guys. I only played the remaster, so it'll be fun to see the differences. I hope so. That video took me almost a month. And I mentioned it when I was on False's stream the other night, but I was like obsessively editing that video for a bit. Like straight up outside of streaming or like spending time with False, I was doing basically nothing from wake until sleep every single day for days in a row, but editing that video. Like I was legitimately spending days at a time just like obsessively editing this video. And it still took me almost a month. I genuinely, I think like in the last week, it was probably like 5 days of the last week were like that. Where I wasn't even like taking little breaks to game just in my free time or anything. I was literally doing nothing but editing. Yeah, and then when I was on False's stream, during her just chatting segment at the beginning, I was editing while I was on her stream. And I just didn't mention it until like I was like, okay, I have to pull myself away. But for like 30 minutes of the time that I was on False's stream and talking to her chat, I was also editing on my main monitor. It was a lot. It was a lot. Watching at least a couple episodes. I probably should. So that I at least have the basic premise. It's been on my list for ages, but I've never actually watched it. But it's been on my list because I know that Toriyama is on record, Akira Toriyama, saying that that is one of the series that inspired him to make Dragon Ball. So it's been on my list forever. I just haven't gotten to it yet. It's such a banger. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it for years. They're a lower level enemy and become rare when you... A low mid-level enemy? You're lying. That's what yeah, it is Fist of the North Star. You sound very different in the videos for some reason. It's because I've been fucking around with different, like, narrations and stuff. Mysticism 99, chat. I'm almost done power leveling this one. But yeah, the voiceover, and that's kind of just across the whole channel, like since near the end of the Metal Gear series was when I started messing with it. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant from video to video. No, it's his YouTube voice. Well, also, I'm louder on stream. Whereas, like, in videos, I'm talking at a normal volume. So that helps. And I don't try to be louder on stream. It's like a subconscious thing. I'm genuinely not trying to be. Just, I'm way louder when I'm streaming. I don't know why. Orator is a good word. But yeah, I've worked on my voiceover a lot in like the last year, to the point where I can't go back and watch my pre-Resi Yakuza videos anymore. Because I can't stand to listen to myself like that. You don't sound loud? I'm loud. That's the big difference. In videos, I'm talking more normally. On stream, I'm considerably louder. There's a YouTuber called Kit Boga. He looks exactly like you. I'll be the judge of that. False, don't look.
This is a story.
Oh, hello. He wears sunglasses in every video. What do you mean he looks exactly like me? He's never not wearing aviators. Oh, the mysteries of magic are slowly revealing themselves to you. You are now a master of mysticism and can cast all mysticism spells. Send his face? That doesn't look like me. The fuck? That doesn't look like me at all. Wait a minute, Desi, does that look like me? It's hard to be your own judge on something like this. No, okay. Good, I didn't think so. Looks nothing like me. It might look like me when I do this, but it's because sunglasses block half your fucking face. And the eyes, which, you know, is like the most defining factor of your face. All right, another 100 done for the magic. Oh my god, is the only magic school that I'm not 100 in now Conjuration? Oh, and Destruction. Yes. My blade is so close to getting that bleed, man. I need to get my block up, too. Someone says you look like that. No. They say that I sound exactly like Nile Red. Not that I look like him, that I sound like him. That's the comparison between me and Nile Red that I get.
It's you. What can I do for you?
Nothing. I casually asked if they were a couple. Oh no. She immediately replied no, almost in a mocking voice. Or sorry, in the most mocking voice. He's just a friend and we share the bills. Ouch. Ouch. That one hurts me, dude. That's painful. Apparently they've lived together 3 years. That is...
You've returned. So, have you been to Crowhaven? Have you... What's this? The Journal of Lord Leviticus? My friend, you've done it.
I know.
This is wonderful news. The words of Lord Leviticus himself. Perfect. Ah, I believe I owe you something, eh? Here, let me show you these moves. Step like this. Now strike. All right, now parry. That's it. There you are. Some of the best combat moves you'll ever learn. You'll need them if you want to last more than 5 seconds against me in the arena.
Okay. All right, big guy.
Let's see what this journal says. Huh. Ah, interesting. But I... Wait. Can this be? But by Shinji, I'm the son of a vampire.
Yeah, have you seen your teeth?
I'm no gray prince. I'm the spawn of evil. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. I can't... all a lie. A lie.
Oh.
The journal. My father's journal. It says I'm part vampire. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. My whole life has been nothing but a lie. I'm no gray prince. I'm a vile, wretched spawn of evil. Please leave me. I can't...
Damn. Is that actually? It's done? Yeah, it's... Oh, wow. It is done. That's crazy. Oh, no. I can tell stories
By
for
the
days.
gods. What do you want?
Bro, I bet you see crazy
I'm
shit
a busy man. You made it to Bloodletter.
in
which
that
is more
job.
than I can say for most people who step into that arena. Keep it up.
Thank you. I'm ready for a oh wait, I need that.
Get a move on.
A heavy raiment. Just one. Oh, no. There we go. Damn, dude. It genuinely replaces everything but my shitty helmet. All right. Can I armor this up? Wait a minute. It's at 72 durability. Can I? Oh my god. Oh wait, no. It was at 100, but... The helmet. Fix that bitch up. And my sword. Just... Sweet. Since I'm there, let me at least repair my other gear. Even if I'm not using it right now. Might as well top that all up. Looks funny as fuck on a male. It does. It's some goofy armor for sure. All right. I'm ready now, Owen, with a
You
Y.
made it a bloodletter, which is more than I can say for most people who step into that arena. Keep it up. You might be ready, but the arena ain't. Matches take place between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Come back later, moron.
Oh, well.
Get a move.
You didn't have to be so rude. You better hope that I never meet you in the arena, fucker. I took my Switch 2 into the office as I only had a few appointments. The battery life is so bad. Really? I did 4 races and the battery went from 98%
You made
to
it a
60.
bloodletter, which is more than I can say for most people who step into that arena. Keep it up.
Chromoscopic
The next opponent is a red guard. I've seen him fight with both a mace and a sword, so be ready for either one.
Good job, False. Oh, right. Three lap races, okay. You try and read it? I don't know the word.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. There's nothing better than watching 2 eager bloodletters fighting to the death for fame and glory. But enough talk. Let the battle begin.
Daedric helmet. Hello.
Show me what you've got. Fall before me, Breton.
Reset me. What the fuck? There we go. Okay.
This match is mine.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
What's that? You're pathetic.
You pathetic.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant
Man.
from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
$40K lore is probably, or is something I'm probably not gonna argue about. Probably not. I love 40K lore, man. It's so fucking ridiculous.
That was a good fight, Bloodletter. You really showed that red guard who's boss.
Thank you.
Here's your take. Now go clean yourself up.
Why are you such an asshole? No, seriously. What's
Come
wrong
on,
with you?
Bloodletter. Don't lose your momentum now. Keep fighting. Your next opponent wears a heavy raiment, but attacks with a short sword. She's like a heavily armored wasp and has the temper to match. Careful.
Over the correct interpretation sometimes. Well, they also change the lore a lot, right? Because they have it in the lore that all of the lore is basically hearsay. Because, you know, it's like human history, where it gets passed down through ages. So none of the lore, aside from like anything recent that is just stating pure fact, is iffy. It's not reliable. Canonically hearsay, yeah. Which makes it even wackier in that sense.
Victory will be mine.
Oh my god. Oh my god, ow. Why a dagger? What the fuck? Or is that just a short sword? Who uses heavy armor and a short sword? Like if you're gonna be a big bitch, just be a big bitch. Don't half-ass it. never officially retconned. It's never officially retconned purely because they've put themselves in the position where it's never actually a retcon. Because it's all hearsay anyway. It's all just stories, unreliable stories. It's great. Hilarious. But like, great.
All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
From the histories of the Imperium. Right. You know who's got the... I was just talking with a buddy of mine, like maybe a couple months ago, about
I'm a busy man.
how much I love 40K's, like...
Don't get a big head. Here's your payout.
Not creation story per se, but kind of creation story. Like, with,
My Red Room got its paint job from fighters like you.
Hold on.
After you disembowel the next idiot, I want you to smear his blood all over the walls.
Like with the old ones and
Next up is
the
a dark elf.
Necrontyr beef.
Never seen him fight before, but he's got a bow as well as a sword. So be ready for a ranged attack.
And the Necrontyr becoming the Necron. And how that conflict led to literally like all of the other races being created just to try to defend the old ones in various different ways. And then they were using the warp to hide, but since they were like overusing and abusing the warp, it brought out like little bits of chaos. It let chaos in. It's crazy like creation-ish story for the universe. I love it.
Look at the yellow team's dark elf. You can see the murder in his eyes. Can the blue
I love
team's
40K.
bloodletter even hope to survive? Let's find out.
Come here. Heavy armor 78. Fuck you, bitch. Too tanky.
We have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team. Victor from the blue team. Leave the arena now and rest. You
Blade 76. This never even popped up. But I got the bleed thing. My blade did hit 75, but the flavor text box never appeared. What? Okay. For being literally just the most horrible universe ever, it's crazy. Love 40K. Why'd you look at chat like that? Because the game... I don't know.
Busy man, what is it?
Did my blade go up to 75 when the Grey Prince said that he taught me stuff, and that's why I never got the flavor text?
Good work, Bloodletter, or should I say Myrmidon. That's right, you've risen in rank. You know how it works. More blood, more gold. Here.
Fuck yeah. Yes, that makes sense. A little fucky, but that makes sense. My block hit 50 from it, too. Also missed that flavor text. But we hit the milestones for block and blade at the same time. And I just had no idea until right now. Bro, I should probably, like, find an enemy and, as painfully boring as it will be, try to power level some block. I probably won't do it all with one enemy, but I could maybe get, like, a level from any enemy that I can reasonably do it with. Just be patient with it. Some people have a sweet life. Pleasure planets exist. Use your imagination. DS. They do exist. They do exist. But out of that whole universe, with everything going on and how expansive it is, how little do those make up? How little does that make up? Think about it. Think about it. Why do you clam slam the dead? Bro, you guys, False fucking killed me not too long ago by throwing the term clam slam at me unexpectedly in reference to teabagging. I had never heard that before as a term for teabagging, but I was dying. I could do it in the arena. Hold on. Mages Guild, I still have to go do the one in Coral. Man, I got so many places to go for Mages Guild still. Shouldn't I have gotten an achievement for that arena rank? Unless that one maybe skips a rank? Hold on. Oh, I did get one. Never mind. Man, look at all these arena ranks. I was a pit dog, then a brawler, then a bloodletter, now a myrmidon. Moving up in the world. Sounds like a thing False would say. Was it on COD? Were we playing COD when you said it? I can't remember what it was. I just remember in reference to teabagging, you called it clam slamming. Oops. Get one for every rank. That's what I thought. It just didn't pop up. So I was like, wait, where's my achievement? But I got it.
Man, what is it? All right, Myrmidon. Time to stop messing around. You ready to teach those yellow team scumbags a lesson or what?
Of course. I'm ready.
Don't be fooled by your next opponent. The little dagger he uses is actually a powerful enchanted weapon called Shimmer Strike. Now go get him.
Good to know. Shimmer zombies? No. It was us playing COD just like at night. The army COD.
Good people of the
Guys, go easy
Imperial
on her.
City, welcome to the arena. The yellow team's combatant has slain many opponents with his magical dagger, Shimmer Strike. Let's see if the blue team can end his winning streak.
I could do it here, couldn't I? Hey, he said the mud crab thing. Oh my god, he swings so fast too. Come on. The Seth Rogen COD. She's talking about Black Ops 6, you guys. Black Ops 6 multiplayer is what she's talking about. There you go. Sorry, I really need some block levels here. My block is lacking. It's only at 50. Help a brother out. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You're doing great. Yep. Keep it going. Mm-hmm. Thank you. It's okay, guys. He's giving it all he's got.
Getting tired?
Yeah. Maybe if I just shuffle a bit, he'll be more aggressive. Come on, man.
Fall before me, Brecken.
Speaking of Black Ops 6, well, when we have time to, False, we got to keep it going. I'm not that far off from doing Dark Matter. Finally. And if they do the same thing with like Black Ops 7 that they did with like Modern Warfare 3, which I'm assuming they will, all of the Black Ops 6 guns will probably be usable in that game, and like camos and stuff will carry over. So, assuming they do that again, I might be able to flex my mastery camos like all year during the next game as well. Just saying. Man, how are they going to top BO6's mastery camos next year, though? Seriously. How are they going to top that? I just want the new Black Ops campaign to be good. 6's was really good, so I'm hopeful. But it is like, we saw what happened with MW3, so I'm skeptical because of that. But BO6's campaign was great. It was a lot of fun. La Nicki Minaj. No, Nicki Minaj was that MW2 or 3? I don't remember. It was one of them. I want to say it was MW2. I think was Nicki Minaj. $52. I'll take it. 52 is good for now. Because Jesus Christ. It all runs together. Bro, even if you play every year, it does.
Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
More Black Mirror-esque from what I'm feeling. I mean, yeah, the Black Ops series has just always had that, though. Like, from Black Ops 1, right? Like, there's that whole sequence in, like, the second to last mission of Black Ops 1 that's pretty much just like what we were seeing in that trailer.
Here's your gold. Nice going. You're hungry, Myrmidon. I can see it in your eyes.
Never seen
You
Black
ready to
Mirror?
feed that
I don't know
hunger,
if you should.
You ready for another match?
I don't know if you need
No
to see it.
surprises with this next one. Just a high elf with a chip on her shoulder. Get up to that arena and make her beg for death.
It's not all good, but there's good episodes. No, I like Black Mirror. I do. But yeah, it gets pretty... It gets fairly intense.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You came here for a fight, and a fight you shall have. But talk is for the weak. You want blood? Lower the gates!
Come here. I need to farm more block levels. Show me what you got. At least to 53. Come on.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
I doubt that. Come on.
This match is mine, weakling.
Sure. Yep.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Right.
Victory will be mine.
Come on.
Fall before me, Breton. Show me what you've got. Die, damn you!
Yeah, just keep her coming. Vampires are really good to farm block with. I'm sure. I'm sure. Last game, thank you for the sub. You bitch, hit the shield.
Fall before me, Breton.
I look away for a second.
Fall before me, Breton.
You gotta get through the shield first. Come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's back up. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's okay, keep trying. We're gonna become the ultimate tank, chat. We already are, and block is only at 50. There we go, she got to 53. I'll get a little more XP and then fight for real. Just a little more. Come on. Give me a stance break. Let's see it. So close. There you go. Try to hit me next time. Oh. She did listen. I did say that. Yeah. Yeah.
We have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue team.
Oh, it's
Victor from
past
the blue
3.
team. Leave the arena now and rest. You earn
Hold on. No. I gotta do math. I lost 96% in the stock market today. Tragic. Tragic, chat. We're down 96%.
I'm a busy man.
It was another really volatile
They act
day.
all high and mighty until you leave them in a pool of their own blood.
Just a
Is your
lot of
goal.
like, woo, woo,
Go
woo.
take a
It's like a heart monitor.
You're cutting through the yellow team like a knife through scrib jelly. One more fighting,
Oh.
you'll advance to warrior rank.
You know what, chat? Oh wait, now I'm in the green after our trading is happening. Stuff
Next
still
opponent
moves
is
after
your
market
standard
closes.
axe-armed orc.
Oh, now I'm in
He's
the red
heavy
again.
raiment and looks pretty fit. Nothing you can't handle.
I may have gone down 0.01% today, but the NASDAQ was down 0.5%, so I think I did pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it. And the S&P was down 0.27 today, so I did pretty good. I don't know why I look every single day as if I like day trade. I think I just like seeing the numbers go, to be honest. I think it's...
Everyone loves an advancement.
If I have an addiction, it's probably gaming. But then second to that, it's probably legal gambling, aka the stock market.
To arms.
I should probably get more block XP. If I do a little bit every time, then we'll be there really fast, right? Couldn't get to my phone for a few minutes. I just want to say that Clam Slam is hilarious. I've never heard that. Exactly. It was so funny to me. I was like, I've never heard that, but that's an incredible term for teabagging. Clam slamming. I would like an MW3 remastered. I don't think we'll ever get it, to be clear. I would basically take any, like, classic COD remastered, though. Like, Modern Warfare Remastered was great. MW2 was just the campaign, which is upsetting. But it was good enough for what it was. Plus, they only sold it for, like, I think $20 at launch, and then it started going on sale basically immediately. And when it was at launch, it was $20, but it was actually part of a bundle in Warzone.
This is the part
So if you
fall
bought
down and
the
bleed
bundle
to
for
death.
$20, you got the MW2 Remastered campaign, and then like a bunch of skins and like in-game currency and stuff for Warzone. So that's one of the only times I've spent money in a like microtransaction shop. And it was because it was a bundle that gave me a whole ass game with it, right?
Team has to offer.
It was a pretty good deal, point being. But yeah, like World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, MW3, I would take like any of them, genuinely. Any classic era COD remasters I would be happy with. I just don't think we're ever gonna get them because they could do that, or they could keep doing what they're doing right now with like multiplayer zombies Warzone every year and just cycling them and make like $30 billion a year the way they've been doing it for the last half a decade. It's a no-brainer for them, right? And it's an absolute no-brainer for them. Do day trading? I used to. I day traded through college. It got me through college, like monetarily. But I don't anymore because it's too risky. I'm a long-term investor now. But I still like logging in every day, multiple times a day, and looking at the numbers go up or down.
Victory will be mine.
It's okay, chat.
Let's get this over.
He'll break the guard immediately, or eventually.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. I'm team coward.
Any updates you made on those investments with weekly returns? Yeah, hold on, let me go look. That was this one. I still don't want to say the name of it out loud because then someone might buy it and it's potentially seen as financial advice. When did I buy this? When did I make this trade? Was it last... It was on the 9th. Wait, no. I bought more of it on the 9th. My bad. It was on the 3rd. I bought it on the 3rd. So in the last 9 days... I bought this at $34 a share. And since then, it has grown in... Or sorry, it's generated 0.4% return in growth, which for a weekly dividend stock, I mean, shit, way better than I would have thought for the first 8 days. And then I did get paid a dividend on Friday of 21 cents for the, or 21 cents per share. Would spelling it count as financial advice? It could be if I'm like talking positively about it and I specifically say it's this one if you want it, and then someone goes and buys it and loses money, then yeah, it could be. Also, this is a legit way to level up the block skill. Bro, it's working. I can just look through my portfolio stuff and yap about finances while passively leveling my block in Oblivion because I've neglected it for too long. It's great. Love this game. It's like AFKing in RuneScape. Like AFK skill training in RuneScape. But yeah, I, on today is Wednesday. So on Monday, after the dividend reinvested and everything, I said, you know what? Way better growth than I thought. The weekly dividend is good. It's, well, what is the annual yield on this again? 43% annual yield. A little over 43%. Which, if you don't know what all of this nonsense means, growth is just the raw value of it. So it went up 0.4% in the week since I bought it in just pure value. Like my share is valued higher than when I bought it. So I'm in the green just on that. And then over the course of an entire year in dividends, which is just a payment that they make at certain intervals to reward investors for holding value in the stock, basically for giving them the money. They pay those out at certain intervals. This is a weekly, which is why I was curious, because I was like, I've never owned a weekly dividend stock. I'll give it a shot, see how I like it.
Scarier than an orc with an axe, but you
Over
didn't
the
even
course of the
flinch.
entire
That victory
year,
brings you up to
they will
warrior
pay
rank. Well
out
done.
43% of your investment value to you in those dividend payments. And so basically, like, if
You're a
they pay it
warrior now. That
in
ain't no
quarters, they would
They may
take
not
that
know your name,
43%.
but the people out there, the spectators,
I'm a warrior
they know
now.
you now. They come to this arena to see you. So go out there and give the people what they want.
Sorry, if they pay it quarterly, they will take that 43% of my current investment value, divide it by 4 to get like the 3-month period, and then every 3 months they will pay me that much. And you can either keep that money or reinvest it right back in. I always reinvest it right back in because compound interest is a thing. TLDR on that is then once you reinvest that money, your base investment is higher. So the next time you get paid, the base number that they're using to calculate your payment is actually higher. So your next payment will also be higher if you just snowball it. Some people just live off of dividends. Man, I would kill for it.
I know. Sometimes I wish we'd run the matches through the night.
It is
too,
not a get
but
rich
the
quick
yellow team needs
by
their
any
beauty
means.
sleep.
I forget.
Gotta move.
It's not a get rich quick method by any means. If this is the first you're hearing about it and you're like, this sounds way too good to be true, it kind of is, but it only is if you can invest like hundreds of thousands of dollars and actually live off of it. Because you can live off of it. It is a legitimate passive income that is legally guaranteed through the stock market. But, well, guaranteed in the sense that they are required to pay that amount at the intervals they state they will. Not guaranteed in the sense of stocks can still lose their value. They can crash. They might slash the dividend payout if they're not bringing in enough profit for it to be sustainable. There are so many factors to where it's still risky, but
You're a warrior now. That ain't no
if you
joke.
pick good ones
They may not know your name. but
that
the
aren't
people
going
out
to
there,
lose
the
value like
spectators,
that,
they know you.
it is a legitimate, like,
They come to
legally
this arena to
guaranteed
see
passive
you.
income,
So go
which
out
is
there
why a
and
lot
give
of
the
people
what
like
they
it who are
want.
like really big on it. I've been getting more and more into it over time. At first, I
know.
was like,
Sometimes I wish we'd run the matches.
oh,
through-
it's 9, not 8. God damn
Get
it.
it. And move on.
At first, I was like, yeah, let me just dip my toes in. I'm not like huge on this, but some of that passive, like extra
You're a
payment
warrior
stuff
now.
would
That
be
ain't no
nice.
joke. They may not
But
know
the more
you.
that,
They
that
can.
I've invested into dividend stuff, the
Seen the next
more
one fight before. She's a Nord, very quick, very
pro
strong.
dividend I've
She
become.
favors a long sword
Certainly,
and knows how to use it. Don't underestimate her.
I have a whole dividend portfolio now. Not in the sense that like all of my investments are into dividend stocks. That is not the case. I probably wouldn't recommend that. I'm not that pro dividend yet to where I would recommend that at all. But I have like a significant portion of my portfolio that is built off of
People of the Imperial City, welcome
snowballing
to
dividends.
the arena. Raise your voices in cheer as we lower the gates and these two
Check out
brave
Games
combatants
Workshop growth over the
face
last 10
their
years.
destiny.
10K? You're telling me... Hold on. There's no way it's that high. I'll have to look at it. Here we go.
Die, damn you!
I'll train my block a bit.
Let's get this over.
What is their ticker? Games Workshop.
Die, damn you! Oh.
What is their stock ticker?
Ha! You'll never leave this arena alive.
Shit. Let me bring it right in front of me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got
You're
it.
pathetic.
They're not on the US market, I don't think. I can look on Google. That's fine.
Ha!
They're up.
What's the matter?
They're up
Getting
20% just in the
tired?
last 6 months. They're up 33% in the last in the last year.
You'll never leave this arena
127% in the last 5 years.
Impressed?
Holy
You'll
shit.
never leave this arena alive.
When did they go public?
Die, damn you.
2008 they went public.
Die, blue team, coward.
Might just be on the London FTC. Yeah, it looks like they are. They're not on the US market from what I see, but yeah, they went public in 2008 and were valued at $4.25 a share. And today, right now, they're valued at $223.50 US dollars a share. So all time, they're up about 5,100% from when they started trading back in 2008. Oh my God, aftermarket. What was it, like 10 minutes ago that I was talking about being down like $1 for the day? Now I'm up $7 for the day just because of aftermarket shit in like 10 minutes.
Die, blue team, coward.
The stock market thing is a little crazy sometimes. I should put that away. Did you hear about the new Expanse game? The Telltale one, right? There you go. All right, block 56, you're dying. I got a level, I'm happy. I'm a warrior now, by the way. I was so distracted. But yeah, I become more keen on dividend stuff over time, especially because it's a thing where like it won't make you rich quickly by any means, and it takes a pretty significant capital investment to actually really do much of anything for you. Because it's all percentile based, right? But like, now that I've been investing for long enough to have a decent bit of capital to put into it, it's getting to the point where like I can do it alongside my normal long-term stuff.
I'm a busy man. What is it?
And it can generate a decent bit of passive income. I did not mean to press
left
that.
Nord in pretty rough shape, warrior. They'll
It's
probably
nice.
have to ship her back
It's really
to
nice.
Skyrim in pieces. Nice work. Here's your take.
It's especially nice as like a safety net.
Look at you. You keep coming back for more. All right, warrior. You ready for a match?
Of course.
Ah, spellcasters. That's what this next one is. A high elf sorceress or something. Just get in close and stab her a few times. That'll teach it.
Surely. Just noticed his name. Yeah, it's Owen with a Y. I was joking about it before. But yeah, it's great as like a safety net in terms of producing quarterly, monthly, or weekly, depending on which one it is, payments, right? Because like YouTube thing, not the most consistent, like notoriously inconsistent in terms of income, right? So it's nice to have that safety net beneath me. I'm all about having safety nets. That's why we have a Patreon. That's why we have channel memberships. Those are also safety nets for me. Because some videos, like the Metal Gear Survive video is one of them, where like some videos, if they really go crazy, can produce like $1,000 in ad revenue off of one video. Some videos can flop, like the Oblivion Remastered video, which I believe since upload has made approximately $9. Not super consistent. So I'm all about the safety nets. I'm all about the safety nets right now.
I've mud crabs more
Just the, what is something more stable that I can have to rely on? When are you aiming to be financially free? As soon as possible. But,
Take that!
like hopes? Here, hold on. I just ran this through a calculator.
You'll never leave this
Yeah. I just ran this, okay? So, I'm 23 years old, right?
Die, blue team coward!
If, and again, this is like an example of this is not get rich quick.
You'll never leave
If
this arena
this is for my
alive.
dividends. We're on topic here.
The best you can
This
do.
is all of the dividends in my portfolio. With what I have right now, assuming that they see 4% dividend growth, which is about average, as well as 7% stock growth, which is also about average, and I contribute like $5,000 a year to it, which is about right. That's about what I typically do. Then in 10 years, the dividend portion of my portfolio will annually be generating $220,000 a year. And that, at that point, is pretty financially free. Because keep in mind that dividends get taxed by like 30% sometimes. It varies wildly from one to another. It can range anywhere from like 15 to 45% depending on the nature of the stock or the fund. But average that out, 30%. So 220,000, you take out 30% in taxes. That's still like, in 10 years, if I just keep investing the same amount that I do a year into them right now, consistently, and just assume that they stay relatively stable, then yeah, that isn't like fully financially free off of that alone, but supplement that with like other work, and yeah, I'm pretty good to go at that point.
Show me what you've got.
That's the 10-year. I also ran it, same factors and everything. In 25 years, this portfolio will be generating 2.6 million a year in dividends. And in 40 years, and again, this also takes into account like me not withdrawing the money. In 40 years, it will generate about 13.5. So it's not get rich quick, but it is certainly set yourself up long-term sort of thing, right? Which is what I'm more worried about. I'm far more worried about setting up long-term. So assuming all those factors, which are, none of them are unreasonable factors. At 33, I'll be not free, not like fully free, but easily at the point where I'm not worrying about whether or not I'll be able to pay bills, right? At 58, I'll be done. If that number pans out, I will not be working. And then at
Another high elf has been taught the meaning of
wait, my
humility
math is wrong. At
thanks to the
48,
blue
what
team's
the
number one
fuck?
warrior.
Wait, my math.
You really earned your keep
At
this time.
48, I will not be working. And then at 63, I would have legitimate fuck you money. Assuming those factors. Can be better than investing in a pension, but also more risky. Yeah.
I'm a busy man. What is it?
To a future millionaire, Chole. She knows more about this. She knows more about my finances than
One
you
more
guys
match is
do.
all you need to advance again, up to gladiator rank.
Obviously.
Most combatants never make it that far, but you're the exception, aren't you?
But even then, I only filled her in, like, fully transparently on my finances, like, 2 days ago. No bullshit. I think it was Monday morning.
Your next opponent is the most savage,
So?
blood-crazed orc I've ever seen. And believe me, I've seen a lot of them. This will not be fun. She'll come out of that gate with a warhammer the size of a child, and she'll swing it until your head explodes.
I like to be
Don't
very
let that
open
happen.
about the investing side of my finances on stream. Mostly to try to encourage other people to invest, because it really is one of those things that the earlier you start, the more that you get out of it. And starting at any time is good, because literally, because of the nature of it, the best time to start investing every single time, without fail, unless you are in dire financial situations, is today. No matter what day that is, the best day to start is today. Every single time. Outside of extreme edge cases. So, I try to be transparent about that stuff on stream. Mostly because I believe so strongly in it.
You're pathetic.
You're like, let's talk finance? No. Yes, don't fucking bullshit him. No, because it's about, like, getting a place. We're talking about stuff like that. And at that point, when you're trying to guesswork what the other person may or may not be able to contribute, it never goes well. So I was like, hey, what do you got? This is what I got. Monday morning, it was like that. Monday morning, it was like that, but it was an extension of a conversation that started on Sunday night. There. Now it's perfectly accurate. Fuck you, bitch. On Monday morning, it was like, hey, here's my shit. But it was a follow-up on something we had talked about the night before. There we go. Man, block is a bitch to level up even when you're power leveling it, huh? This shit sucks. And I even if I've got the money, I refuse to use a trainer. It feels like I'm still wasting money even when I have all this gold. Maybe I should though. Because Jesus, it takes forever. The best time to start is 10 years ago. The second best time is now. No, assuming that you have never started, right? Like, sure, you could retroactively say the best time was fucking the day they opened the stock market. But if you currently are not investing any money, like you don't even have a brokerage account or anything, a Roth, whatever it might be, 401k, whatever. Assuming you have none of that, then yes, legitimately the absolute best time for you to start is always today. Regardless of what day that is, it is always today. And the longer you put it off, the more money you leave on the table. Without fail, every single time. That is the case. Like, I care so little to go back and be like, oh, well, actually, the prime opportune time would have been, like, before you were born. No, I don't give a shit. The best time, always without fail, is whatever day you're talking or thinking about it. That is never not the case. Again, unless you are literally, like, you have zero money that you can afford to put towards anything outside of, like, necessities. And the reason I'm so passionate about it is because, like, it's not even personal belief or anything. It's, like, mathematically verifiable truth. Like, if you run the numbers every single time, the best time to start is today. Because, well, unless you're trying to time the market and, like, get in when it's at its lowest so that you can maximize the profit off of that initial investment. But this is where personal belief comes in. I will wholeheartedly tell you that if you try to do that, you know, you can maybe try to do it once and you might win. You could try to do it twice, you still might win. But if you actually rely on that being your strategy, you are going to lose. Yeah, it is never going to beat slow long-term investments just paced out, started as soon as possible. It will never beat that. Unless you have a horseshoe up your ass, maybe. Because you might get lucky once or twice, but you will not consistently get that lucky.
You hit that orc so hard, her mother in Orsinium started bleeding. That victory advances you to the rank of gladiator. Enjoy the gold.
I will enjoy the gold. I will enjoy my rank of gladiator. I don't have any of that. Hold on. Desi? Let me look real quick. Give me $7, I can start you. Legitimately. If you give me $7, I can walk through and get you started. Because that's the thing too. You don't need like a massive investment to like kickstart yourself. You can literally just start wherever you're at. Like whatever you have, just start with it. This YouTuber's trying to take my money, chat. Nope. Next Metal Gear stream. I have my display capture on right now, so I'm gonna not. I don't know exactly. I have it scheduled somewhere. That counts as financial advice? I don't think it does. With her, sure, but she's not gonna sue me for it. But no, seriously. If you were willing and you set up a brokerage and you put in $7, I can get you started with $7.
Arthrolos is a sneaky one. Kind of make
To beat each of the Acid games, like how many hours? I have no clue. I could fairly confidently say too many. I think that's a safe guess.
You have
Hail,
my
good
ear,
citizen. How can I be of service?
3 digits on the back. No. Gonna try to get every card. You have to for 100%. It's just required. What's the 100% requirement? It basically is that. It's just clearing the game, and then there's no other like challenges or something. Or sorry, or anything. It is pretty much just collecting every card. And like in Acid 2, every variation of every card. So woof. Don't sue my boy. She wouldn't. Because she's gonna win. I only win. And we're dating, so I'm gonna be putting her onto the good shit. I remember my ex being like, can I just give you money and then you can invest it and we can like, you know, just both benefit from it? And I was like, no, absolutely not. No, you will have your own account and I can help you manage it, but like you will have your own account. It will not be in my account. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. This is when we were living together, but I was still like, no fucking way. Not happening. You mind giving me some financial advice? No. I will not. Or, sorry, yes, I do mind. I will not. No. Crazy. You got $7? And, like, I don't know. See, I don't know how long it takes to open an account because she never did. And then I opened mine when I was 18, so it's been years. I remember it being really easy. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a, you know, your money or your life.
Die, damn you!
I promised to leave my mom alone if he didn't. You can't say these things in chat. You can't say these things. You actually cannot be saying this shit in chat. After you clear? No, it has like a sort of new game plus where it just loops. Actually, no, there's a stage select even. It doesn't even like just loop the campaign. It has a stage select. I only speak the truth. No. Chat. What she is referring to, what actually happened, is that I told her that I would not romantically pursue her mother and seduce her as long as we are together. That is what I told her in regards to leaving her mother alone. And that is true. Once we are no longer together, if we are no longer together, that promise is off the table. I think I could power level block off of a bear. Okay, maybe just one bear. You can't seduce? I sure can. What do you mean I can't? You, of all people, are not allowed to say that I can't. You might actually be in the absolute worst position to try to make that statement. Like, I don't think you could be in a worse position trying to make that statement. What you mean once? What are you planning? I'm just saying if. If was the word. I corrected myself after it. What are you planning? This bear actually might be better for leveling block than the arena opponents. He doesn't stop hitting. As I'm saying, he stops. Seems like a Freudian slip. It's not exactly what a Freudian slip means, but close enough. Leveling block is a bitch. This shit sucks. No wonder it was so low. It wasn't even because I wasn't using it enough. It's just because it takes this fucking long to level it up. Like, even when I'm sitting here power leveling it by just letting them wail on my shield, it still takes forever. Is there a home I could buy in Coral? Well, do I even want to? I feel like I need to have one home that I consistently use. Block 59. Like, having homes for beds or whatever is one thing, but like for my storage, I feel like I need to have like one consistent home that I basically live out of. Having other homes, like for collection's sake, beds, all that, that's whatever. But I can't be spreading my storage. This game, unfortunately, doesn't have like magical connected item boxes. I just remembered there's Chole in Urban Dictionary. Yeah, don't forget it, false. Don't forget it. It's a thing. It's a thing. But no, be smart with your money, chat. Don't let it sit there doing nothing. Not even, like, I'm not even going to be one of those guys who's like, it's losing value, because technically it is, but I'm not even going to hit you with that. Be smart with it. Not because it will lose value, but because if you are smart with it, your money can make you money while you are also doing whatever it is that you do that makes money. You can multiply your money making with minimal effort. Like, literally just by putting your money in the right places, you can multiply your money making. Be smart with it. High yield savings account is the easiest fucking thing to do ever. Get one. Like, that is the least risky, easiest thing to do. To just, if you have money in the account, that money makes money. It really is that stupidly simple. Be smart with your money. Make a money farm, yes. Money can grow on trees, but you have to plant the trees. Think about it. My mom isn't into gingers. Chat, do you think it's acceptable to ban your girlfriend from your stream chat? Like, are there cases where it's acceptable? Asking for a friend. Block 60. Alright, I'm done. I'm over it. Just little bits of block training at a time. No comments. Chat, I need to blame you. Just give me this one. Dubious? You think? I don't know. You think it's dubious? The fuck? It's just a big glowy mushroom. I thought there was something crazy there. For every second I am banned, every second there is a day of blocked DMs. DMs on what? What platform? You lucky I let the previous times not count. Because you would never, regardless of what platform, you would never block my phone number, right? Because that's like, we need that for emergencies. So you would never. Right? Right? What the fuck does goat mean in this situation? I'm a zoomer. You can't just, that's not what goat means. Unless that is what goat means. Unless that is what you mean, rather. I'm from a whole different generation. What the fuck was that? Another bear? Let's try and find out. I don't think that's what the goat means. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's right. All right, quarrel. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. Popcorn sounds really good right about now.
Oh, you have the hat.
Stables now offers to protect your horse.
I have the hands.
Handy enough.
Go on.
Heard any news from the other province?
This is a new city. Hold on. Let me make it daytime real quick. so we can really take it all in. The daytime lighting in this remake is just chef's kiss. There we go. Now we can properly explore the new city.
Fire and steel. Have you been recently?
I was in there just a few days ago. Rasheda's prices are very
Must just be the inn.
reasonable.
Fire and steel. I smell a blacksmith. Hands like the two fingers. This is an Elden Ring joke. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Rashida, the smith. And this is fire and steel. Quality armor and weapons. Repairs, too. What can I do for you? We'll see.
Oof. Brutal. Okay, these are good.
Yeah, I get it. No more. You're frightening me. You're full of it.
Maybe. Shit.
No more. You're frightening me. That's pretty. Don't be silly.
Bad one.
Was that supposed? Don't, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck's sake.
You're full
Okay.
of it.
I'm going a little slow.
That's no more. I doubt you really mean that.
I probably don't.
Yeah, I doubt you. You're a big,
Shit.
fat liar.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
was that supposed? Yes, whatever you say. Don't be silly.
Fuck.
No, good one.
Close enough. Still
That's
alright.
a bit excessive, don't you think? Don't blah blah. Good one.
I'm not doing great with this minigame. It's been a minute. I'm not practiced.
That's a bit blah blah. No more. You're frightening me.
Okay, that's
All
as
right,
high as she'll go.
I get it.
There we go.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Can I sell her the heavy raiment? Ooh, expert in mercantile at 77 disposition. Oh, it literally does not have value. Okay.
You got a great deal there.
I hope so. Oh, not my sword. No. Really? There's no way I can get 65.
Make me a better offer. That's just not reasonable.
61. Come on. Work with me here. 62? 62.
You've made a good bit of gold.
Oh shit, I just leveled up. Okay. I don't know what that book is gonna be. Any good long swords? No. All right. Well, I guess our business
Come
is
back and
finished
see me
then.
again.
What do you train?
The only way you're going to learn anything new now is by doing it yourself, or talking to Gimwall. I'd suggest doing it by yourself. But if you're dead set on it, head to the best defense in the Imperial City. He's a smith there, and might be persuaded to train you.
Armorer, probably.
Goodbye.
Bye. My mercantile's at 98. That 100 mercantile is going to be so juicy. Because isn't it literally just going to bypass all of the haggling and bartering shit? If I remember right. Hold on. Mercantile. You always buy and sell items at the best price possible. And merchants offer the best items they have. So yeah, getting 2 more levels in mercantile
Disturbing tales about Oblivion
is going to completely
Yes?
negate the purpose of the bartering system. I just will not have to use it anymore. I will always be getting best prices. Like, highest sell prices, lowest buy prices possible. and it will be glorious. Does your investment plan cover American ER fees? My investment plan? Well, my, like, investing? No. My investing is the money that I can invest. My emergency fund, yes. My emergency fund has plenty in it. Currently, my emergency fund is set up for me to live off of it with my current expenses for about 9 months, should I ever need to. Give or take. Like, depending on what my rent expenses might exactly be or whatever. But currently, I could live off of it for about 9 months should I ever need to. Which, yeah, that should be enough to cover an ER fee. Lavishly? No. I don't live lavishly. Fuck no, not lavishly. I'm such a frugal minimalist, not even close to lavishly. Like, even with an active income and everything. No, I don't live like that at all. Won't let me buy an egg boiler. Nope. No egg boiler yet. Although I think it would maybe be fair. I think if you were to generate interest off of your savings account or off of an investment, just win enough off of an investment or whatever to cover the egg boiler, I think you could buy the egg boiler. I think that sounds great. That sounds fair. Sounds like a deal. For the record, the reason I mostly jokingly said no, but she has taken it literally, said no to the egg boiler is because you can fucking boil eggs. It's actually like, it's one of the easiest things to do, to boil an egg. What is the purpose of the automatic egg boiler? It's basically passive on its own. Like, it's not something that takes much effort. It might as well be passive already. Then you boil my eggs? I will. I will. And I'll do it for less than whatever it was, $12. The thing is, it wasn't even expensive at all, but I was just like, why do you need an egg boiler? Like, what? How much time are you saving by using an automatic egg boiler? Free because of this nagging? Fair. Maybe like Tree Fitty? My god, don't encourage her. Do not. Do not encourage her. I had to show Cole Inuyasha Sit Boy. Yeah, so get this, chat. This just happened recently. This is... I didn't even call her out on this in the moment. I just silently thought this to myself, and I was like, there's no way. I jokingly called her a furry, as I do often, in reference to, she was like, have you ever seen Inuyasha? And I was like, no, I was not a furry when I was a kid, so I didn't. Not a furry, not interested. Which is just a common Inuyasha joke, right? Nothing crazy. In response to that, she goes, oh, hold on, let me show you this. And she pulls up a compilation of clips from Inuyasha of this girl telling, like, the half-animal guy, the main character.
Why is the horse holding a wiener?
Who I think is named Inuyasha, right? Like, he's the The guy named Inuyasha? I don't know. Never seen it. She tells him, sit, boy, and he immediately drops to the ground without fail every time. And that was her immediate response to the furry allegations? So in response to me calling her a furry, she was just like, oh yeah, well here, check out this pet play shit. What do you think about that? I was like, okay. I just genuinely, I was like, I don't even know how to respond to this. I don't even know what to say here.
You want to be a piss baby false? According to where I'm pissing. Yeah.
Not too bad. Level 32. Nice attribute spread, gotta say. Nice skills for the most part. I got a 100 everything. Did you sit? I was sitting before she even said anything. So. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever, come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff, like Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Yakuza. What else am I doing? Gotta show us a money spread. I don't carry cash. Ace Combat, Elden Ring Night Rain on occasion. It's all good stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the YouTube side. Helps out with algorithm and all that. You know how that goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube or on Twitch. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever you might be looking for, it's all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Sorry, I have the hiccups. I'm trying to hold them in. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.